Matt, we're going to talk about a couple sites today, ripoffreport.com and then also ripoffreports.com. Long history with these sites. Looks like they're basically the same owner. You want to give us a little overview about Ripoff Report and Ripoff Reports, and then we'll talk into our talk about our services for removing and suppression.
So the original is Ripoff Report. It was a huge site in its heyday. Then the SEO fell off. The owner there, his name's Ed, nice guy, but for whatever reason, Google basically put him on the back burner. He's been making a rebound lately. It's starting to climb again. We're getting a lot of leads for it. He also operates a site called Ripoff Reports, plural, that's basically a clone. And with the removal, I guess jumping to the next question, it is a 2-for-1, which is nice. It won't be a D-index. It won't be a removal. It'll be a D-index. Basically, just comes off Google, won't be found again, and won't be in the Ripoff Report directory.
Okay, so let me just back up and summarize a little bit of what you said. So you said a 2-for-1. So if somebody, first of all, if there's an article or a post about somebody on ripoffreport.com, will that same article be on Ripoff Reports?
Well, yeah, they're clones of each other.
So that's weird. So if there's two exact articles that are posted, are they both going to rank in Google?
Usually it's one or the other.
Okay.
It kind of seems like it was Ripoff Reports for a while that was showing recently. Now Ripoff Report again is making a comeback.
Okay.
I had to guess he created Ripoff Reports because the other one was not great SEO anymore, wasn't ranking as well as it should. So this one is kind of a new fresh start for him.
Okay. So when you say 2-for-1, you get a removal, a D-index from both ripoffreport.com and ripoffreports, plural.com.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So let's just talk about, Ripoff Report and sort of online reputation. In your opinion, how does it affect your reputation, especially here, like in 2024?
So it really affects businesses when you search business name plus the word reviews or word complaints. That's when Ripoff Report starts to show. And it's damaging. It's got in the headline Ripoff, which is going to be definitely a deterrence. So what it does is it basically makes it not be found, and otherwise then the clients can focus on the positive sites instead.
Right. Okay. And then how's content about, if I'm a small business owner, how is content about me getting on to Ripoff Report and Ripoff
It is
Reports?
all user written, not by the business. So with a lot of these complaint sites, we've noticed that AI by the owner is writing it for extortion. Ed, who runs Ripoff Report, is not doing that, never once. He only lets people post. So it's basically a Yelp in a way where people just go there to complain about stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So if you've been stuck kind of in the crosshairs here and you're on Ripoff Report, it sounds like our preferred path is this removal or suppression. What way would you want to go?
There's only two options: de-indexing, which is through him, and then suppression through us. De-indexing, a few $1,000 we have to pay them. Each business is different. If you're a small old lady running a pottery shop and you have a complaint because someone dropped a pot and it broke and it's outrageous that it shouldn't have broken, then your fee's gonna be less. If you're a massive plastic surgeon who botched lots of surgeries, fees gonna be a little higher. So reach out to us, we can give you an exact quote. Then the suppression option is to create positive content to outrank it. And that's
Okay.
through us.
And I'll come back to the suppression in a second, but what's stopping like a business owner from going directly to Ripoff Report and just saying, hey, if I pay you, will you remove this?
So a lot of these guys, especially in the US, they can't be publicly saying, hey, we'll take things down for a fee. So they go through middlemen that they trust and creates a nice buffer.
Why can't they be saying that?
Because then it starts playing around with the idea of extortion. And also I think, oh no, don't quote me on that. I think too, as a business owner, don't quote me on this, but if I was the owner of Ripoff Report, I would speculate that it wouldn't be good for your business model. Be like, hey, you can post something here about a business you're mad at, but then secretly they can pay for it to be removed. Kind of like why Yelp on every single Yelp page has businesses cannot pay to alter this review. It creates the trust.
Right. Huh. Okay, so getting back to, before we wrap up, removal or de-indexing versus suppression for a ripoff report, when would a business choose one option versus the other?
The budget, the quote, if Ripoff Report is top of page one for business name reviews, then I would probably do de-index. If it's on page 3, I would do suppression. If you have a lot of negatives, then do suppression, because suppression covers essentially infinite negative links, because the service is much more about creating and promoting positive content. So it doesn't really matter if it's one link or 100 negative links. So really case by case, I would say, but budget and where it lies, and those are probably the two biggest factors. But yeah, if you're confused, if you're watching this video, give me a call and we can kind of hash out what I'd expect and what I would do in your shoes.
Yeah, so in addition to the service that we provide, it sounds like a takeaway is business owners should, regularly Google their business name plus the word reviews, Google their business name plus the word complaints, as you suggested, just to make sure there's nothing, one ripoff report or any bad stuff out there, especially on page 1 or 2.
Yeah, the good thing too is look at your auto suggest to see how people are searching for you. And if you do have a negative auto suggest, the word ripoff, I've seen complaints, lawsuit is common, then give you, Mike, a call, because that's what you specialize in.
Yeah, we
And
can get rid of those.
yeah, you want all positive auto suggest. You don't want people searching down the rabbit hole of a negative search. And even so, like the word business name plus the word complaints, it's always going to be a thorn in your side. Not Ripoff Report, because you can pay your way out of that one, but if it's a site you can't pay your way out of, even the best suppression company in the world, which is probably us, there's limitations on what we could do when it's a really specific search like that.
Yeah, and I guess one caveat, if you do search your business name plus reviews or business name plus complaints, by all means, make sure you do it in a incognito browser,
Yes.
because when you do it non-incognito, you do run the risk of making complaints or reviews show up as a permanent suggestion after your business name. You don't want that.
No. Yeah. But yeah, give us a call. You guys can pick our brains and tell us what your situation is and we can help. But to get an exact price, we would have to reach out to the owner. He'll give us a quote. One caveat is if it's within 1 year, he won't do it. So it has to be an older post.
Okay. All right. Well, great. So this is really helpful. So if you are on Ripoff Report or ripoffreports.com, reach out to us. We'll get you a quote, get it turned around. How long does it take to get it removed once it's
A few weeks.
a few weeks?
He does it quickly, but it takes a while for Google to react.
Right. For it to fall out of the index. Okay. Well, thanks for your time today, Matt.
Thanks, Mike.